Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. It is Monday the 10th of August. It is hot here in the UK. It's currently sitting at 33 degrees. I can't have my fan on because the mic picks it up and it sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel, so I'm a bit warm. Anyway, we have some updates today and some new mods. The updates are as follows. From the top left we have updates to the Fun Ramp by Stoneway design, the John Deere 6R series by Blower has had an update, the Holoras Turbo A270V by Not Ready has had an update, the Mechanical Harrow by Tom Sky and Pisa PL, the Weeder by Kazani 317 and Rolnik 410, and the Starliner 4055 Cuttertrailer by Albert Wesker have all had updates. Okay, so straight into the mods for today. There's one I think people are going to be wanting to see, and we will get to that, don't you worry. Up first we've got the AW700-1 Cuttertrailer. This is by Albert Wesker. This is 2 slots. It's an AGCO trailer. It does say it goes up to 7, but it's designed for 7.6 metre headers. Obviously you can put smaller ones on than that. The thing about it being an AGCO one, I don't think it's specifically, it will only work with AGCO headers. It's a header trailer, so I think most headers will sit on there. As to whether or not all headers will fit, as to whether all headers will lock on it, as I say before, when I do mod reviews, it's pretty much impossible for me to test every single header, every single, when something like this comes out, to see if that's the case. But it is a header trailer, nicely detailed. It's it's a header trailer. It does what it should do. This you'll find under tools. You'll find under header trailers. The AW700-1, 7,000 to buy. Like I say, already 2 slots. We can change the rim colour to any one of those 3. Interestingly, it's got the class colour on there. But if we go to the main colour, we've got Fendt, and Massey Ferguson. Now, I thought Challenger are part of AGCO as well. But there's a class 1 on the rim colour, but not on the main colour. But I didn't think class were AGCO. Anyway, regardless of that, those are the colour options. And then we can have wheel setup, standard or wide. Those are your tyre choices. So there you go. That's the AW700-1 Cutter Trailer by Albert Wesker. Moving on, we have got this. That's interesting. Something worth noting. Oh. Well, this is the Gravity Wagon by Stoneway Design. It's a crop trailer, swivel front axle. I'm trying to think where I first saw these in real life. I think it might have been How Farms Work. They had a couple of small ones. And it's gravity fed, so when you unload it, gravity is what causes it to unload. When you put it in, obviously gravity is what does its work with most trailers. It's a nice design, nice detail, 14,000 litre capacity. That's a bit of a problem though, with the clipping through the side. You'll find this under regular trailers. This isn't an auger wagon, it hasn't got an auger pipe on it, this is just a regular trailer. 11,000 to buy. It will use 1 slot, so that's not too bad. It will take all those crop types. We have got the option to change the main colour like so. We can change the rim colour to anything on there as well, like so. And then we've got the option of lizard, standard tyres, trailer borg, we can have standard or wides, and then Michelin are just wides are your options. What I was going to do was hook up to it and unload it. I put potatoes in it, don't know why, I just thought I would. Add at the back for check-in, and there you go, unloads to the side. Like that. There we go. That's the Gravity Wagon by Stoneway Design. That may get an update. Possibly. Moving on, we have got this. This is the Agricultural Brick Shed. This is by Toymatao. It says erShaba. This is a cavern. I mean, it's huge. The doors on this are absolutely massive as well. One thing I will say though, the difference between these doors, which are huge and you can fit an airship in and out of there or something, whatever you want to do, that seems strangely small. because when you kind of walk up to it, you already seem very high on it. I don't know, it's just me, or it's just my perspective, because that just seems very big. I don't know. But we can open that one. There we go. Like I say, it is huge. There are no lights in here that I can tell. I couldn't find a light switch, so you're relying on the light coming from the side, but obviously at night that's going to be a lot darker. It's just a big building for storing your equipment or anything you want. You know how it works with these things. It's not anything specific. You can store anything you like in there. It's entirely up to you. You can put a Twix right in the middle if you want to do that. That's entirely up to you. This you'll find under placeables, under sheds. There you go. 18,000 to buy. This will use 3 slots, so not too many. One thing I did find, I've been placing a lot of placeables on this map, and obviously the ground textures change while I'm doing stuff because it's my test map. This I found very difficult to place. Of all the things I've placed recently, and weirdly it wasn't, normally you get, if you place a mod, I'll show you what I mean. If you place a mod, it'll be something like that, so it'll be red or it'll go green when you're in a position where you can place it. This one comes kind of like that, which is a little bit different sometimes, but it stayed red for a lot of the time until I could get to a spot where it was happy to place. There we go, green there. And it takes up a fairly large footprint, but it's a big building, so it's to be expected. Moving on, we have got this. This is the cellular antenna. This is by DD ModPassion. This is one of those purchase and you get paid per hour. You may be against cellular towers. I really don't know. That's entirely your prerogative. It's only 1,000 to buy. When you place it, you will get on easy 20 per hour, on normal 15 per hour, on hard 10 per hour. So not overly expensive. It might just be something you fancy adding in at your farm or near your farm, or if you want to earn a bit more money, you could dot these all around your map if you want to. It's entirely up to you. Nicely detailed. It really is nicely detailed when you look at the textures and everything that's going on that. Did I say slots? It's only 3 slots. But yeah, pretty cool. This you'll find under placeables, under miscellaneous. Like I say, only 1,000, so not too bad to place either. And then moving on to the last of our mods for today, and this is more of a mod pack, and this I've been anticipating this because, like I said a few episodes back, I was sent this by 82 Squared Studios on PC to have a look at, because I do my reviews on console. I was waiting, but I have had a look at it myself. I love this, and what I was wondering was whether or not the features that were on the PC version would carry over onto the console, and I'm happy to report they absolutely do. This thing is quality. Now, again, that's my personal opinion. You may not like it. It may not be your cup of tea. You might not think it's got any uses for you. That is entirely your opinion as well. You are entitled to it. I have been accused of not reviewing correctly. All I'm doing, when I say a review, I'm not always going to be negative. And I think I've said this before. People, you can tell when I'm not overly keen on something. I don't like to just bash people. I'm not going to come on here and be negative and be horrible about stuff all the time. That's not who I am. I will come on, I will tell you what's here, what the slot count is, what the options are available, what you get on it. I will tell you when I really, really like something, and I think you can probably tell when I don't. You know, I don't bash the thing. I don't say, oh, this is horrible, I hate this. That's not who I am. But I like this. You know, at the end of the day, this is a really cool bit of kit with a load of options. Some really, really nice features as well, which I think are absolutely brilliant. So, we have the TLX 2020, which is the base vehicle. Not too expensive to buy. Ton of features on it. I think it looks cracking with those wheels as well. But like I say, load of options. This is an added back. 82 Squared have been releasing, well, the gooseneck tipper came out. There's a couple more gooseneck things coming out as well, and they will attach onto the gooseneck back, which is this here. This does also have straps, so you can put pallets and anything you want on it that will strap down. Options on that too. We've then got now these. I have to be careful. Right, this one is the Log It. So we've got the Log It and the Log It trailer. We've got the Tip It and the Tip It trailer. And then this one, it's abbreviation of liquid, but it comes across as Lick It, which is a little bit weird. L-I-Q. So L-I-Q It and the L-I-Q It
trailer. Again, load of options on all of these, and we'll have a look at those in a second and what all the various different things are. LED light bar, LED. Well, I mean, you'll see. It's just very, very nice. So under vehicles, so I mean, I've said 82 squared. It's pZonaKo, but 82 squared. Under cars, under vehicles, you will find it 28 grand. That's all. Which I just think is incredible. It's only 8 slots as well. Mind bending. I just, when you get a combination of something new, something that looks really different to what we've had already, low slot count, loads of features, I just think to myself, if it can be done, why is it not done more often? But again, I'm not a modder. I'm not slamming modders. I'm just saying, it is possible. It can be done. So we can change the rim colour. So anything on that palette. Across the top, we've got stainless steel, dark steel, aluminium, chrome, polished, new silver, scarlet red, pearl white. We've then got gunmetal, blaze orange, nitro blue, deep blue, deer green, deer yellow, metallic manitou, and then we go on to the various different options we normally have. So there are quite a few options available on that. Those types of ones I think look fantastic. Main colour. Again, we go across the top and we've got stock, but then you've got blue jeans. So this is a two-tone effect. And now if you want to do the main colour and the design colour the same, you'll get an all-one colour. If I go across and do design as well, and do that blue jeans, you can have all one colour if you want to go down that route. But if I decide to go blue jeans and ruby red, you can have that. But like I say, there are a load of options. I have got a real thing at the moment, like I said a while back on whatever one. I like the blaze orange at the moment, and that's kind of what I went for. But there's a ton of options on there to look at, and then like I say, the design, the one I went for was a combination of the blaze orange and there was a bronze. Where was the bronze? Yeah, bronze fire. I don't know why. It's got that old kind of station wagon kind of look to it, but a kind of modern flip on that. I think it looks like an Australian. Is it a ute? The old utility vehicles. I think it looks a bit like that too. Don't know, just something about it. So under presets, you can have standard like this, or you can have this: bells and whistles galore, front bar with lights, light bar on the top. You've got a flashing light, warning beacons bar. It changes the tyre options as well. If we go back to standard, as you can see. Oh, it's gone to wheel setup. New presets. There we go. So you can have it like that. Now, if we go across to wheel brand, you can have stock, sport, or performance. Performance give you those beasties. If we go back to stock, we can have standard wheel setup. We can have duals on the stock, which is a nice option. I like that. Knock-ins, back to normal. Under sport, we've got street, we've got performance, and we've got knock-ins. And if we go up to the performance, we've got performance, wide, which I think that's great, or the duals on that, which I think is what I went for. Very cool. And then we can have a 3.3 litre turbocharged, 180 horsepower, or the 4.2 litre turbocharged, 280 horsepower. Even with those few changes, we're only up to 35,420, so not too bad at all. And like I said before, a low slot count. So that's the vehicle itself. For the actual backs, if we go into tools and then we go to miscellaneous, they are all from here. So we've got the TLX 2020 flatbed. That's what's on the back already. With that one, we can change the main colour. Again, we've got stock, we've got black metal, we've got aged, dark steel, stainless steel, aluminium, and then we've got all the various different polished looks as well. If I go for the ruby red new age, it's kind of a, I mean, you can see it's kind of obvious really. Then on the back itself, the floor style, we can have diamond plate or checker plate, or however you refer to it, or you can have a rubber matting kind of look on that, which I quite like actually. And then lighting, we can have standard, we can have work lights, which I like. We can have the strobe bar, that's the word I was looking for, strobe bar. We can have both together or back to standard. I think both together is really cool, it just kind of helps out. So those are your options on the flatbed. Then we move across to the 2020 tip it. So this is a back for the main vehicle, and then we've got the trailer is a kind of duplicate of, so you can connect them together, or you can do various different combinations of. So the 2020 tip it, 3,500. I mean, they're really cheap to buy the backs as well. Slot counts on these are, the flatbed was 2 slots, the tip it
Both of these, the Tippet and the Tippet trailer, are 4 slots. The Liquid It back and trailer are 3 slots each, and the Log It back and trailer are 5 slots each. So again, slot count's really low when you consider what you're getting. So on this we can change excuse me, on the Tippet we can change the main colour. Again, whole host of options available, you know, whatever it is you're feeling in the mood for. But I do like some of the aluminium, stainless steel, those kind of ones. I do like those types of things. Then we go across to design colour. Design colour you won't notice at the moment. So when I do design colour, nothing happens yet. But when we go down to basic, your capacity standard is 6,000 litres. If you go across to extension, that takes it to 8,000 litres. And then we've got extension design. So you can have the wood panels like so, or you can have painted. So the painted panels then are your design colour. So whatever design colour you go for is what colour they get painted. So you can go for whatever options you want to go for, like so. The trailer is a little bit like that. Some of the options are the same. I'm going to show you all of them. The back is, but then obviously we've got wheel configurations and stuff on the trailer as well. The main colour, again, you know, let's go with, I don't know, doesn't really matter. Let's go with red on this one. Design colour, we'll go for a blue to make it stand out. Capacity basic or the extension, so we can put the sides on, and then oh yeah, the wood panel bits on the end. If I go right to the end, we can then change the wood panel to have it the same colour as your design. So whatever you've chosen for your design, that's the colour you get. But then if we go to wheel brand, you can have stock, street, duals, knock-ins, back to street. Under sport, you've got street, you've got performance, and knock-ins, and back-in. So I must admit, I do like those, the performance. The knock-ins are quite cool, but I do like the performance ones. Anyway, those are your options on that. Then we move over to the Liquid It, again 3,500. Options on this, and this is quite cool. 5,000 litre tank, we can change the main colour, and we've got stock, and then we've got black metal, and all the same kinds, dark steel, stainless steel, aluminium. Again, I like that, but you can colour coordinate it for whatever you want. Then if you go to design colour, that changes all the kind of framework around it, the back box and those kind of things. So if we go for, say, blue, that changes all those things to whatever colour you choose for your design colour, which is rather nice. But you can have it as a multi-product tank, and as a multi-product tank, that will take everything liquid. It will do milk, it will do water, it will do herbicide, it will do liquid fertiliser. I think it does slurry and digestate as well. It will do anything. But if you change it to that, which is a slurry sprayer, you now have a slurry spraying unit. So if you have this on the back as a multi-product tank and put slurry or digestate in, you can then get the trailer bit for this as a slurry one, and then you've got a 10,000 litre slurry spreader, which, you know, is brilliant. And now one thing I will say is I couldn't find anywhere where it says what the spread width is on that. We will have a look in a second, but I'm not too sure. Then lighting, we've got standard, work lights, left beacon, right beacon, both beacons. We can have left beacon and work lights, right beacon and work lights, or all, so you can have 2 beacons and work lights on that. And then the trailer, same configurations on the actual back itself. Again, main colour we can change to anything on there. Design colour, if we go for, say, I don't know, JCB yellow, it will do this kind of metallic yellow on there. We can do multi-product or slurry sprayer. Wheel brand's the same. We've got stock or we've got sport, and then we've got the same options on the tyres. But then lighting, I think, is the same on the back of this as well. Yeah, like so. So it's just a duplicate of the one we've already got, and again, the tyre options are going to be the same on each of the trailers now. So having seen the first one, they're going to be the same. So moving on to the last two, we've got the TLX Log It. This is the log trailer. On this one, we have got the option to change the main colour, like so. Design colour changes the actual stanchions, the side bits. I know they have got a name, I forget every single time. And then lighting, we've got standard, work lights, and that's it. The trailer being same thing, we've got the same options on the bed, the main colour and design colour, and then the same as all the other trailers, we've got the options of stock, sport, and then we've got the street, duals, knock-ins, or street performance and knock-ins. So those are all the options. Quite a lot considering the slot counts and everything else. So let's listen to it. When you get in, the wing mirrors open up. Nice touch, and they go away again. And this is 8 slots. 8 slots on console. Already love the sound of it. Goes up to 75 miles an hour, which is rather cool. Now what I am going to do is just disconnect the back. So if I just press X, now that's the flatbed back that I talked about right at the start. So that's the base unit for 30 something grand. But this has got some nice features too. I'm going to open up the help menu. So I'm going to go L1 first. So L1 and then my right stick. If you look at the top, if I've got this right, I can slide my strobe light bar up and down on the roof rack rails. Fantastic, love that. Lights on, side lights, main lights, extra on the bumper, and then watch this. Boom. That is incredible. But that's not all. If you look ahead at the light array, if I now do R1, I've got that thing come up there. If I now do right stick up and down, watch the lights. I can adjust my light bar so the lights actually move on that. That is nuts. See the light? I don't know if you see the light bar tilting. You can tilt the light bar. Absolutely amazing. Haven't really come across that on anything else. Strobes. Turn that off. I love those. I know when we had those type of ones on the Griffin, I thought they were brilliant. Now, as far as the actual flatbed goes, like I said, it's got straps. It's got now the actual main body of the vehicle doesn't have a trailer hitch, but all of the backs do. So as soon as you hook up, you've got a trailer hitch. Now, what I have found is they will hook up to both ball and regular hitch. So I think this one's a pin hitch. Was that a ball one? I can't remember now. But I did get, yeah, this is a pin hitch. And it hooked up to the pin hitch, no problem at all. And then that one, I think was a ball, or was that a pin, but it hooked up to no problem. So as far as hooking up to those, no worries at all. So we're going to start off with the log it, I think. Let's drop that back off. I have noticed a couple of the backs are hovering off the ground just a little bit. Now again, that could be a thing with the map. It could just be, I mean, there are various reasons why that might be happening. But they are raised a little bit, you may have noticed. So the log it back goes on. I've already hooked up to the trailer, so is how I had it set up. But if I disconnect, I can have it just like that if I want to, or hook up to the trailer. I mean, it's kind of obvious, isn't it, really? Straps on both, like so. But what is really cool as well, I can fold or unfold the trailer. So if I do that, zoom in a bit on that. And I can do the same on the back as well. So in essence, if I have that, if I don't want to use the gooseneck, that flatbed, well, I can still put pallets on it, I can still put all sorts of stuff on there, but I can also use it for logging if I want to. I like that as an option, to give you the flexibility to be able to use it how you want. I think is absolutely brilliant. That's really cool. So there you go. But what is also really cool is on the back of each of the trailers too, there's another ball hitch. So you can hitch multiple ones together, or you can hitch other trailers onto the back of this. So you can move multiple things around. Again, really nice feature. I like the fact that it's giving you loads of flexibility to do all sorts of stuff with it. I think that's rather cool. So let's disconnect that. Then we've got the tip it. Actually, what I've just suddenly remembered. Sorry, I forgot about the flatbed. Oh, because I went for the flatbed with the work lights. Didn't show, did I? Yeah, so when we go for all our work light options, the work light area off the back of that also is incredible. But you've also got on the back, on that flatbed, I went for the strobe lights, so you've got a double set of strobe lights on there. Now if you decide not to go with the strobe lights on the main vehicle, you could get that back and have the strobe lights on there. but it does come with strobe lights. Sorry, I meant to show that off. There we go. Right, so the tip it. What I like as well is the legs on this are really wide. I haven't hit them once, I haven't had any problems whatsoever. So I've gone with the main back is an 8,000 litre, the one on the back is a 6,000 litre. Things like for your feeding your animals and going around the yard, and because this goes to 75 as well with the trailer hitch, for moving stuff around the map, whatever, wherever you're working on. Like I say, I just think it's a very versatile bit of kit. So to unload here, open back and tip. Like so, nice smooth animations on them. Nice high tips, everything's going to come out. Like so. If I just disconnect that and do the same on that one. With the extension on the back of that, it's still only the bottom flap that opens. So that's your tip it. I'll disconnect while that's still doing that. We'll leave the hydraulics to sync on their own, and then we move on to the lick it. I know. Weirdly, because I went with the blaze orange and all this, I think this was, when I was moving the stuff over, this was my favourite configuration. I don't know why, I just like the look of it. I think, like I say, because I went for blaze orange on the back too. So, but you know, combinations of these, but like I say, I've got the front tank on that. Actually, you know what we'll do? Let's go over because I can show you one of the features. On the trailer and the tank itself, if I go to the front, I can open the cover. Listen. The animations and the sounds, quality. So what I'll do is put digestate in that as well. Now, because that, I think I went with the multi-tank on that, so it will do digestate, herbicide, water, fuel, milk, slurry, liquid fertiliser, back to digestate. What did I say I had in the other one? Yeah, digestate, sorry. So, 10,000 litres of digestate. Now, I also went on this for beacons and lights on this as well. So if I put my strobes on, I've got flashing beacons across the whole lot, which again you don't have to do, you can go wherever you want. Lights, again, work lights on the back of these two, so nice working lights. Plenty of light on it. I'm curious to see what the working width is on this. So, unfold water trailer. What did that just do? I think you have to unfold it before you can use it. Well, that's interesting though, because nothing's coming up. The one on the back is definitely... So it puts the signs away. That's what it's done on that, it's put the sign away. Why am I not being given the option to turn this on though? That's weird, because I've got the slurry spreading option, so why is that not slurry spreading? Ah. Let me just try something. I am curious now. Could be something I'm doing wrong. I'm not sure. Oh no, I can't hook up to that without a hitch, can I? Oh. That's weird. Why am I missing something really obvious? Can anybody see something I'm missing? Right, that one is a regular multi-tank, but this one is the slurry one. So I'm on the correct tool. Do I need to be on that one? Let's hire a worker and see what happens. Well, that's weird. Hiring a worker does it. So that is working. It is slurrying, but it's not giving me the option to do it manually. Let's turn that off. So it normally... Oh, I've not got any option to turn that on myself. Huh. That's a bit odd. well, it does work. We can see it works. Maybe that will need a bit of a tweak. But anyway, that's the TLX. That's the vehicle. Those are the options. I think just the vehicle itself, even if you didn't use all the backs and stuff like that, the fact they're all available, I think is absolutely brilliant. If you go for the flatbed back or you go for the log it, there are a lot of nice options. It's a fantastic bit of kit. I know I'm kind of gushing over it. Like I said, it's obvious when I like something, and it's obvious when I don't. But there you go. That, I think, unless anything has dropped while I've been doing this, is it for the mods for today. I'm going to put the fan back on in a moment. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.